is Valerie McDowell, and my company is Little Red's Filtration. Little Red's Filtration offers water filtration as an alternative to bottled water for commercial buildings, manufacturing plants, for staff and visitors to the buildings. So Little Red's Filtration was created from Just One Drop. Just One Drop Water Shops was the first company that was created when I came to BC. And it was created because I needed a job. Didn't know anybody here, didn't have a lot of options. So door knocking, one door at a time. And then at one point, the company was dissolved. Eventually, I got back a portion of the company, and that was the filtration end of the company. And at that time, I knew I didn't want to get back into the bottled water because 50-pound bottles, carrying those suckers around, I'm sorry, those are heavy. I'm just a little woman. I'm not a 6'2" man carrying 50-pound bottles around. So eventually, Little Red's Filtration was created. So we hook up to your main water line. We install a filtration unit. You can get filtration units. If you're in the city, it's a fairly simple system. If you're manufacturing, some places need a bigger system to manufacture the products they use, which has to be cleaner. It has to be usually a reverse osmosis system. We have products, coolers, we have coffee equipment. We've come into providing air conditioners for IT rooms, which is, people are just so happy to have that. And with the summers that we've been having and are going to continue to have, I think the air conditioners are going to be a big bonus for us. The name came about because my daughter and my grandson are both redheads. And I wanted the company to have a fun kind of character look to it. A little girl, a young woman, red hair, tool belt, plumbing, going out there. The rewards have been enormous, Not ever really expecting myself to be able to support myself in this business, and really realizing what budgeting means and how do I get the most bang out of my buck to buy products. And the rewards of seeing myself go ahead and to look at my challenges in the past and learn from them. So just being proud that I can go into situations from a lawyer's office into a lumber mill, and climb flights of stairs into areas that you have to get permission to go into, overlooking the mighty Fraser River, being out there in the cold and the real elements sometimes, just so that the people working up in those high areas have water. As you grow your company, you really have to know what's out there. You got to know what's on your shelf. You got to know what the future is, what's coming up next, in order to turn that product into money, into making more money, to buy more product. It's a cycle. It's a good cycle. My financial institution for Little Red's Filtration was able to fund me in a grant and a loan in order to help me buy product, to grow the company. Because at some points, I can only purchase a little bit here and a little bit there. But when you're able to buy in quantity, you're able to get better pricing. So in doing that, I was able to take those extra funds and allocate them other places. There were certain aspects of the business that I did find fairly easy, and that really was door knocking, going into companies and just introducing myself. There were other situations where I found myself that I wasn't 100% full on, and luckily for myself, I had people able to guide me through that, and finding a real balance on delegating small jobs, because in a small business, you still need to get a little paycheck, and you still need to buy product. And you have to understand that any little piece of information you get is going to be very, very helpful in the long run. Learning the profit and loss statements, understanding what it looks like on your bottom line, and what you can and can't afford to do. And it's only been in these last couple years that I've realized that I have to delegate more. I have to give responsibility to other people, and I have to say, yes, they can do it. And I have to trust the process and appreciate what they do and their expertise in doing websites. Who am I to do a website? I'm a plumber. So just saying, you know what, you take it over. Take this off my shoulders. You do it. You're the experts. I'll do what I do good, better, best, and you do what you do. And it will all come together. And I'm finally seeing that 10 years later now, since the inception of Little Red's Filtration, that if I delegate, I have more confidence in myself, and I could appreciate what they do, and it will help build and grow Little Red's Filtration. Everyone comes from a different place. Everyone has challenges. But for anybody, women, young ladies, older ladies getting into business, is to build your confidence. Build your confidence, and you don't have to listen to naysayers. You don't have to have people think that you can't do something. So I think the confidence in yourself would definitely be a starting point. Definitely be a starting point for anybody. But validation is good. It is really good. And it does help build your confidence, but it really does begin with yourself. It begins totally with yourself and understanding your own worth and your own power. So if I had to take this journey over again, I would just really try to understand that the journey leads you in so many directions. There's forks in the road every step, no matter where you go. And to accept it and feel confident about which way you're going to go. And if it takes you another direction another time, follow that path. There are so many paths in the world and in your own life that you could have never expected. I could have never expected this, my life, to be here in British Columbia doing what I do today. What I'm most proud is to see my own growth. See my own growth and realize that the strength that I have in being able to take something from nothing and make it into something that makes me proud, makes my family proud, makes my children proud, and makes my children understand that, you know what, they don't have to worry about me. They don't have to worry. Up, up, up. The business just continues to grow, and now with added security of financial assistance, I'm able to take it a little further than I was before.